Hey guys, how's it going? So rather than showing you an actual kegging video, which I think is quite boring, we're skipping ahead and we're going to do a 1 week sampling. So I've done a little bit of footage of when I was actually kegging, but in reality it's not very exciting. I've done a few bottles of it as well, just in some pet bottles. They're coming along not too badly, carbonating up quite well I think. Got 4 of them, but yeah, so I thought what I'd do is, so it's been 1 week in the keg. I'd done a brief quick carb on the day of kegging, so you know, rolling it back and forth on a high PSI. But yeah, so now it's a case of it's been in the keg for a week on about 12.5 PSI. Because I'm just serving it from a picnic tap, I've knocked it down to about 2 PSI just so that I can serve it hopefully without getting too much head. But chances are we still will. Yep, so what I'm going to do is pour that up and then give it a sample, and we'll talk about what else is happening. Said about not getting too much head. Whoops. Right, what we'll do is we'll let that settle for a bit while we have a little chat. So yeah, it's a case of obviously, so we've got our beer. What else are we going to be doing? So the plan is that actually I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the blue moon and the mooning blue. I don't really expect it to be that close. Obviously commercial breweries are able to produce an excellent quality, well, a consistent quality beer throughout, and you know, for a first attempt and kind of guesswork for the recipe, you know, I dare say that we'll be able to identify quite a few differences. But to be honest, I just want to do a side-by-side and see how it is. Now, when am I going to do this? Not for a while actually. See, I decided to go on a diet. I was turning into a bit of a chubby fucker, so it's a case of I'm on a diet, and sadly that diet says no beer, or at least very small quantities of beer. So conveniently enough, I've decided I'm going to let the Mooning Blue age in the keg for, well, the diet's 30 to 60 days depending on if I can last it out. So at least 30 days I'm going to leave it in there, just let it carb up, let it age nicely, and we'll see how that goes. Now, what am I going to be doing in the meantime? You know, weekly brew videos, what are we going to do? Well, obviously there's a lot of stuff that I still need to do in the brewery. A few videos ago I started showing you guys the components to my control panel. I've progressed a little bit with it, but not in leaps and bounds, so it's a case of we're going to be focusing on that a little bit. As I say, got all of the components, so I've started kind of blocking bits together, but I'll do a video on that. I'm also going to be doing a video kind of exploring the development of my mash tun. I like my mash tun, but there's a few problems with it, and you know, I thought I'll just take you through the journey of where I've gone from, what problems I've found with it, and how I'm overcoming them. Also, well, we're having some, you know, general stuff happening in the house, which is going to mean that a Cleeser build will be on its way at some point, so that's going to be coming. Obviously not all of this is going to be happening in 30 days. I only do 1 video a week, or might skip the odd week here and there, so you know, we've got plenty of content for you guys to enjoy, or hopefully enjoy if you are watching this. But yeah, it's a case of, do not fear that there will be plenty of brewing still happening as well. I've got my eyes on I think it's the bourbon or bourbon porter that's in the Bible that I'm going to be doing. Next, try to do myself another dark beer, and be it a dark beer on purpose rather than, you know, me sticking black malt in during the full mash rather than just a mash out. That was a mistake in my early days. Luckily that's not filmed. I say early days like I've been doing this for ages. I haven't, so you know, all the more mistakes likely to happen. But yeah, so it's a case of we've got lots of stuff happening. I mentioned God knows how many times that we're going to be redoing the brewery, going to be buying a few more bits. I mean, how it's all laid out, the pumps and everything like that, this needs an overhaul. So we've got lots of content coming up, and I hope that you guys are going to stick around and carry on watching, and you know, share with other people, hopefully, if you do like the content of what I'm putting together. Now, so the head's gone down a little bit. Now that's not too bad colour wise. No, we have gone back to a darker colour. I was really hoping that it was going to get an orangey red look from, you know, the last sample that we had, but sadly we're missing that. But you know what, let's see what the taste is like. Now the smell, I would say the smell definitely has that Blue Moon citrusy quality. Now remembering we use Saz, Citra and orange bitters and coriander seed. Oh yes. Now that is good. I like that. Yeah. Damn you. I did. So anyway, yeah. So, oh god damn, that's good. See, this is the problem. So I've been on this diet for 2 weeks now, and it's a case of I've been really good, but it's very, you know, no carb basically. It's like extremely low, and anything that is carb based needs to be like twice as much fibre as there is carb, or some shit like that. Anyway, yeah, sampling this is kind of it's another challenge. It's another challenge whenever it comes to a diet, but you know what, you gotta do it sometimes, you know. No, that's a nice beer. So I don't think that I don't think it's going to be a classic side-by-side comparison when we eventually do the Blue Moon, Mooning Blue comparison video, but that's an enjoyable beer. I mean, considering I've already let the head settle for quite a bit, I wouldn't say there's great head retention on it, but not too shabby. Yeah, that's a nice beer. So hopefully you liked the video. Hit like on the thumb if you did like it. Share, all of that good stuff. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, just have a good one, guys. You take it easy.